I believe that the countries that we are living in, the West, have been taken over by Saudi oil money, and I believe that they put most of our major politicians where they are, and I think they control them. You have a wonderful man named Barack Hussein Obama. We tried to warn the American people that we did not trust his loyalty to America nor the Constitution, and I believe we were correct. I believe that if you look back upon the first year of Barack Hussein Obama, I believe that all of our suspicions about him have been confirmed. I believe that the man is not loyal to the U.S. Constitution, and I can prove it. I can go down the list and show you that this man's loyalties are not to the U.S. Constitution. You know, I know that it's hard to accept because people don't want to accept sometimes the truth. It's too hard for them to believe. But I believe that all of our suspicions and fears about Obama have been more than lived up to. Thank you for the call. 1-800-449-8255. Reno, Nevada. Jason, what's your opinion? Go ahead. You're up on the Savage Nation.
Hello, Mr. Savage?
Yes. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm super nervous. You're not the only angry man in America, sir. I'm just answering your questions. And yes, we are listening. And yes, a lot of people are not very happy with the situation, and why even bother talking about it at this point is, I guess, my...
I believe that Obama is disloyal to the United States of America and disloyal to the U.S. Constitution. That's my premise. Now, would you like me to support that premise? Because I'd be very happy to do so. Let us say we are having a debate, and my premise is that Barack Hussein Obama is not loyal to the United States of America nor its principles as reflected in the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Let us begin with a president who has appointed czars directly responsible only to him. He has appointed czars, C-Z-A-R-S, who have not been confirmed by anyone in the Senate, who have not gone through an FBI clearance check. That's number one. Would you believe that there would be czars in America? Would you believe that there would be plans to subsidize newspapers? That is to create national newspapers that are responsible to their beholder, meaning the people who give them money? That would be Izvestia or Pravda in the ex-Soviet Union. Would you believe that we would have medical panels in the United States of America deciding who could and could not get medical treatments or medical equipment? Would you ever believe that that would happen? Would you say that that's loyal to the U.S. Constitution, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Would you believe that there is a federal agency in the United States of America that gives school children written material to enlist their singing and their support for the President of the United States? Have you ever heard of that happening in this country? I haven't. I believe that President Obama is not loyal to the United States of America nor to the U.S. Constitution, and I will continue my argument as follows. Obama floated the idea some time ago of creating a national police force, something that this country has not had ever since its creation. We have local police, we have military, we have FBI, we have a National Guard. Why would Obama even have suggested that he needs a police force, a national police force that reports only to him? Would you say that that is loyal to the U.S. Constitution? Well, there was another leader who needed a police force that was loyal only to him, even though the country had a military and the country had local police. That leader was named Adolf Hitler, and he wanted a police force that was 100% loyal only to him, and he created the SS, which was Hitler's private national police force. Why would Obama even suggest that he needs a national police force? Play the soundbite if you think I'm making this up.
We cannot continue to rely only on our military in order to achieve the national security objectives that we've set. We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well funded.
You don't understand what's going on, most of you. You haven't any idea that we have a baby dictator here who would like to become an adult dictator, and how far he can go is up to how much resistance he meets, both in the Senate and in the streets. The fact of the matter is, he would like to go all the way if he could. He has said he is, quote, out to change the United States of America. So he appoints czars. He pushes through bills that are unconstitutional. He had a preacher by the name of he had a good friend named Bill Ayers who talked with bombs that he planted. Now, we try to warn you about Jeremiah Wright. We try to warn you about Bill Ayers, but many of you called us extremists. You thought that the man who planted bombs was not an extremist, but you felt those of us who pointed out what they did say and what they did do, that we were the extremists. Why? Because your mind is made of putty, nutty putty. Let's look at the rest of the reasons I say that Obama is not loyal to the Constitution nor patriotic. I'll continue my premise. He appointed czars. Some of them have praised enemy dictators who have killed millions of people like Mao Zedong. He has appointed people into the education department who are promoting sexual practices that are contrary to sane sexual practices, contrary to medical sanity, and contrary to the values of most Americans, whether they be Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, or Buddhist. Why is he doing that? Why would he put such a czar into the school system? And so you say, well, Obama may have missed investigating them. Why would you assume that Obama didn't know who these people were? Why would you assume he actually disagrees with them? He could fire them, after all, if he didn't agree with them. And so, as I say to you, I believe President Obama is not patriotic. I believe President Obama does not believe in the U.S. Constitution. I believe the president has contempt for American values and traditions. I believe that the president will go all the way to becoming an adult dictator rather than the baby dictator that he is right now, unless you, the people, speak out and you, the people, act out through tea parties and through voting at this time. You must understand the danger we are in. Now, that is my premise, that Barack Hussein Obama has in fact lived up to the fears that we had about him at the beginning of this year and going back even into the campaign. We are now, of course, in December of the first year of this man's dictatorship, his mini dictatorship. And as I say, everything I have pointed out confirms my worst fears and suspicions about this man. I'll be right back.
Savage.